Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're all well. Weather update, beautiful blue skies outside, really warm, sunny, so obviously I'm hiding inside and filming a video. But after I finished, it's Mother's Day today here in the UK, so I've baked my mum a cake and I'm going to go over there and help her eat it. It is a monstrosity. I tried to do something fancy and I tried to do a ganache drip cake thingamajig. Didn't go so well, so my ganache is like a congealed mess on the top of it, which is lovely. Hopefully it'll still taste good though. But anyway, you're here for the sewing, not for the cake. Today's video is going to be talking about my 5 goals for 2017. It's part of the top 5 series of posts that Gillian from Crafting a Rainbow does around Christmas time. There are topics that you do your top 5 of, so there's hits, misses, reflections, highlights and goals. I think that's it. I might have missed one though. Yes, so I tend to join in with that, so if you want to go to my blog, there's a link below and all over the place on my actual channel. I think that doesn't make any sense. I think on the header there's a link. Anyway, there is links places to my blog where you can read my top 5 posts from 2014, 15 and 16, talking about my favourite things I've made, misses, what I've learned, that sort of thing. But anyway, I'm going to talk about goals for 2017 today. So I'm just going to dive straight in. One of them has a prop, that's why I'm leaning forward to grab it. So I'll start with that one, and it is to sew something with silk. Sorry, the tripod just made a clicking sound. Yeah, I've bought some already. It was disturbingly cheap from eBay, so I was a little bit scared that it wasn't really silk at first. So we did a burn test, and it did all the things that silk is supposed to do, so I believe it is silk now. I was prowling Fiona from Diary of a Chain Stitcher and Lauren from Ladybird's blogs because they both sew with silk a lot, and I was sure I'd read that they just machine wash their silk. So I found it where they both said that several times and I believed them and I machine washed it. It's sort of a little bit crinkly now, but I haven't pressed it, so I think that those will flatten out once I iron it. But I can't even remember what sort of silk it said it was. Possibly a crepe de chine. Just had a little bit of a tripod mishap where it decided to sink down. Hopefully I'm in roughly the same place as I was before that happened, like in your screen. So I was talking about my silk. Yes, it is blue, it is lovely, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be that scary to sew with, to be honest. It feels, because it's got this sort of nubbly, crepey texture, hopefully you can see that, it feels like it should be less frightening than viscose and stuff, which I've been sewing with since about my 3rd or 4th garment, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to sew silk this year. Hopefully it'll be the start of a long and lustrous, is that the right word, relationship. Yeah, if you've got any suggestions, I have got 2.3 metres of this, and it is wide, it's that wide. So I should be able to get like 2 tops out of it maybe. I thought about possibly making a true bias satin blouse and maybe doing like a lace yoke. Just dive straight in there with the difficult fabrics. And I did think maybe some sort of shirt or blouse, or I don't know, maybe just a camisole really. I have no ideas. I should probably start with something easy, but I don't do that. Yes, okay, goal number 2. which probably should have been the first one I told you because it was the most important, or at least the sort of biggest and most likely failed goal, is to stash bust. My stash is out of control. I've got a very small sewing room. I'm lucky to have a dedicated sewing room at all, but it is just a box bedroom, and I do not have the room in there for all the fabric I keep buying. I've got IKEA Kallax units as my cutting table, so I've got the, can't think of what the drona I think they are, bin things. I've got 4 or 5 of them filled with fabric, and then there's a cardboard box of overspill that is currently living on the landing. So ideally I want my entire stash to fit into those 4 or 5 boxes. Well, ideally it would fit into just 2 and I would sew as quickly as I buy it, but we all know that's not going to happen. Yeah, and I'm failing that one desperately already. I think because I've got a spreadsheet, because I'm a nerd with things like that and I really like spreadsheets. And I think that I've bought like 16 meters already so far this year, and I haven't been sewing, so I've only actually cut out 2 meters of that fabric. Yeah, so I desperately need to stop doing that. Stop buying fabric, start sewing it quicker. Yeah, I haven't got, you should have SMART goals really, shouldn't you? So I should have a figure that I want to reduce the stash down to or buy, but I have not picked one because I picked one last year and it just didn't happen. So yeah, just general stash bust is the goal there. And number 3 is to sew jeans. I had these big ambitions of having a January thing going on here on the channel and on the blog, and making loads of jeans throughout January and using the hashtag January, and it was going to be excellent. But yeah, didn't want to sew, so didn't do that. So I'm thinking now maybe the hashtag could be 27 jean. What do you think? Yeah, I've got lots of jean patterns that I want to sew, and I've got like 4 different denims, so need to get cracking with that really. And goal number, that's 3. Goal number 4, which is another sew a thing type goal, is I want to sew a shirt this year. I want to get brave and tackle collar stands and tower plackets and all that nonsense. So I've bought the Sewaholic Granville shirt, and I've got the Deer and Doe Malilo, I think that's how that's pronounced, shirt, which I've actually traced that one but haven't cut out any fabric to have a go at it yet. And what other shirt patterns have I got? Oh, I've got the Tilly and the Buttons Rosa shirt and shirt dress. I've got the Sew Over It City Break capsule wardrobe ebook with the Alex shirt and shirt dress in there, and I really want to make the Alex shirt dress. I think it's really pretty, and I've got 2 different fabrics that I've kind of got earmarked for Alex's. Yeah, I think that's all the shirt patterns I've got. So I want to make sure that I've sewn the Granville by the end of this year, because that's the one with the most like proper shirt details that I want to have a go at. Like, it's got the tower placket, and there's a great blog post online with tips for sewing that. Yeah, so pick a nice stable fabric for that, I think. I have bought this gorgeous I haven't bought it at all, my mum bought it for me for my birthday, sloth flannel that I got from fabrics.com, and so it's in yards, which my brain does not think in, and I thought I had ordered enough to make a pair of pyjamas and to make a shirt out of, but I only ordered 4 yards, which is like 3.7 meters, which I don't think is going to be enough to make both of those things, and I think I want the pyjamas more. Yeah, but we'll see how much I've got left, and if there's any suggestions of what I can make with probably, let me see, 1.5 meters I think I'd have left of narrow fabric, then hit me up in the comments. Yeah, so yes, make a shirt. And goal number 5 has completely gone from my brain. Aha, no, I would like to become what I term a wrinkle whisperer, which basically means get good at fitting, be able to read a garment and know from folds of fabric what's wrong, what adjustments I need to do, that sort of thing. That's an ongoing goal of mine, to be honest. I'm hoping that the giant fitting Bible I got for Christmas will be of help with that. Just from the reading of it that I've done so far, it seems like it will. It's so good. I'm definitely going to do a review video on it because, yeah, well, as long as it works. I mean, reading it seems so good. Yeah, but then that could be the user error if it doesn't work, so we'll see. I'm definitely gonna fit some garments using the advice in it, and then I'll put them in the review video and show you how it has helped me. I'm not making much sense, am I? Yes, so those are my goals for 2017. Specific items I want to make, specific fabrics I want to work with, and just general stash, bust and fit goals, really. Yes, so have you made any goals for 2017 and how are you doing with them? Let me know in the comments, that would be lovely to hear. I might steal some of your goals for next year. Yes, so that's it. I'm going to go over to my mum's and eat chocolate cake now. Hope you're all having a lovely day, a lovely week, and I will see you again next time. Take care, bye.